Okay, filter by personal preferences. Okay, hair color.
Anything but brown.
I feel like not red.
Actually, I dated a redhead.
I remember.
Whitney Way Thor was no stranger to big decisions. After all, she'd conquered body-shaming bullies, Hollywood cameras, and her own insecurities, all with an infectious laugh and an unstoppable spirit. But today felt different. She sat cross-legged on the floral couch of her cozy apartment in Charlotte, North Carolina, scrolling through the endless profiles on the sperm donor database with a mixture of excitement and absolute bewilderment. Shopping for a sperm donor is basically like online dating, but with fewer awkward first dates, Whitney mused aloud, earning a chuckle from her dog, Sugar, who lay sprawled at her feet. She'd made the decision after a lot of soul-searching and chats with her best friend and dance coach, Todd. Whitney wanted a baby. Not just any baby, but her baby, the kind she could hold, love, and build a life with on her own terms. The traditional relationship route didn't feel right for her, and honestly, she was done waiting for a perfect partner to come along. It was time to take matters into her own hands. But as Whitney stared at the dozens of donor profiles on the screen, each with a list of stats, hobbies, and personal essays, she realized choosing a donor wasn't just about genetics. It was a lot like shopping for a soulmate. A biological soulmate, no less. There was John, 32, software engineer, 6 feet 1 inch, who likes hiking and chess. Next was Marcus, 29, teacher, 5 feet 10 inches, who volunteers at animal shelters. Then came Ethan, 34, musician, 5 feet 9 inches, who plays guitar and loves sushi. Whitney squinted at the photos. Some looked like they belonged in a fashion magazine. Others looked like the kind of guy who might be a little too serious for her bubbly lifestyle. And then there were the essays. Oh, the essays. I love life and laughter and hope to pass on my adventurous spirit to my offspring. Or, I enjoy quiet nights with a book and hope to foster a love of learning. Gosh, these guys sound like dating profiles, Whitney said, scrolling. Why am I stressing over this like I'm planning a wedding? She knew it was silly, but the stakes felt high. After all, this was the genetic start of her future child. Whitney picked up her phone and called Todd. Todd, help me out. I don't even know where to start. Should I pick the tallest? The one with the most hobbies? The guy who likes dogs? Todd's laugh came through loud and clear. Whitney, you gotta go with your gut. And remember, it's about the kid being healthy and happy. Not the perfect Instagram model. Whitney smiled, knowing Todd was right, but still feeling the pressure. I just want this to be fun, you know? Like an adventure. That's when Todd had an idea. Why don't you make a list of qualities you want? Like personality traits, interests, stuff that would vibe with you and Sugar. Whitney laughed aloud. Good idea. Okay, here's my list. Sense of humor, kindness, a love for dancing, and, well, someone who doesn't mind a loud, goofy mom. Todd chimed in, don't forget someone who's not afraid of a little sparkle. Exactly, Whitney said, typing her list out. And maybe someone who likes cooking. Because I burn everything. Feeling energized, Whitney made a spreadsheet. She started rating each donor on humor potential, kindness vibe, dancing genes, and ability to put up with Whitney. It quickly became a game. She imagined hosting a little donor fashion show in her head, with each profile strutting down a runway in her imagination. John, the tall and serious software engineer, walks with a confident stride but looks like he needs a dance lesson. Marcus, the animal-loving teacher, winks and offers Sugar a treat. Ethan, the sushi-loving musician, throws imaginary guitar chords into the air. Hours flew by as Whitney giggled through the process. Just as she was about to close the laptop, her phone buzzed. It was a message from the sperm bank coordinator. Whitney, we have a new donor profile that just came in. Would you like to check it out? Whitney's curiosity piqued. Yes, please, she typed back quickly. The profile popped up. Name: Jamie. Age: 30. Occupation: chef. Height: 5 feet 11 inches. Hobbies: dancing, hiking, cooking, and rescuing stray dogs. Whitney blinked. Was this a sign? She read on, I love laughter and believe in living life to the fullest. I'm looking forward to passing on my zest for life and kindness to the next generation." Whitney smiled. "Okay, Jamie, you might just be my guy." The next day, Whitney went to the sperm bank in person. It was a cozy office with bright walls and photos of smiling babies. She met with a friendly coordinator named Claire, who answered all her questions patiently. "Whitney, choosing a donor is personal. You can take your time. And if you want, we can even arrange a meeting with a donor in a controlled environment," Claire said. Whitney's eyes widened. "A meeting? Like face-to-face?" Claire nodded. "Some donors are open to that. It can help you feel more connected." Whitney wasn't sure if she was ready for that, but the idea intrigued her.